Trojan fans, Trojan family, we have a whole lot to talk about here on the show, so let's get it started.
Welcome to the Put on Waivers Media Group, home of the Put on Raiders podcast and the Student Body Right podcast. This is your place for the best breakdowns and the best insight for those who fight on and bleed silver and black. Now, here are your hosts, Dwayne Douglas and Ryan Holmes.
And welcome to another glorious episode of the Student Body Right USC podcast. I'm your host, Dwayne Douglas, and as always, I am podcasting off the beautiful shores of the Pacific Ocean. Beautiful day out here in Southern California. PORSBR is my Twitter handle, so you can reach me there. On Instagram, it's put on waivers _podcast. That's put on waivers _podcast. And then we're part of all our podcasts on this network are part of the Put on Waivers Media Group. So definitely check us out on YouTube and anywhere podcasts are available. So a couple things here. I kind of want to get an off-season schedule set for you guys. So keep those comments coming in. I love the comments. I love reading through the comments, but I haven't done a good job last year of kind of going over those comments and answering those comments on the show. So we're going to do that every Sunday. So keep those comments coming in, and then we'll have the comments. The comment section will be comments of viewer comments on Sundays, and then we got memberships available. So the membership tab on our channel will be, you can click that and you're going to be able to get all 22 breakdowns of USC and players and players who are transferring to USC, players who are leaving USC and some stuff for the future as well too. So definitely check that out there. Check out the all 22 for the membership as well. And then of course, like, comment, and alert yourself to a video so you know when you can see our videos. Listen, that's the best way to support the channel. Everybody asks me how do I support? Just go ahead and like, comment, and send an alert. Sign up for that alert bell so we can get a video. So when the video drops, you know when it drops. So let's start off with the news section of the day. We're talking a lot of news today for USC. So first of all, Zachariah Branch, 4.0, good for him. He tweeted that out today, so he's very proud of his academic first year at USC. So shout out to Zachariah Branch. Hopefully some good things for him off the field. I know him and his brother are doing some things off the field in his community, and then now really good to see that he's off to a good academic start at USC. Let's talk about Cam Ward and Will Howard. So Cam Ward was linked to USC very early. I guess although everything didn't kind of fall into place for him anywhere else because he ended up going to the NFL. No FSU, no USC, no Miami. I don't think USC was very big into the Cam Ward thing. I think Cam Ward wanted to go ahead and see his options kind of in the southern part of the country, like at Florida State and at Miami. None of those things came to fruition. So now you have Cam Ward is going to go to the NFL, and I think he's a great prospect for the National Football League. He has a lot of the attributes that can make him a really good starting quarterback in the National Football League, especially that hard work. If you watch Cam Ward from the beginning of his time in the Pac-12 to the time he left the Pac-12, he's a really good prospect. And if you want to learn more about Cam Ward, we will be doing Solo Lopez and I will be doing he could be part of the Signal Caller. Signal Caller on this channel is a deep dive into quarterback play because this is Trojans Raiders channel, so we have opportunity to kind of dive into the quarterback options for the Raiders. But if you just want to know anything more about Cam Ward's ability, definitely check out that video. Will Howard is, I don't know if he's, I would say not pompous or like maybe too confident, but like he's been linked to SC. And then all of a sudden, one game said, okay, I'm not going to SC. I'm going to go somewhere else where I can be the clear starter, where I don't got to work for it. And that makes me kind of worried about him a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like he has a lot of things that Miller Moss can't do. I think Miller Moss being here for a while, being in that offense for a while, definitely kind of intimidated him. I think when Lincoln Riley said, "Hey, he might have scared some people from coming to USC." I think that was definitely true. But Miller Moss Will Howard battle that maybe we thought we would have saw in the offseason and spring camp and everything like that really didn't come to fruition here because he just said no mas, and I guess he's taking his first visit to Ohio State. He's taking a very business approach to this. Like he is very much. This is about 100% business and him trying to be the number one pick in next year's draft. Ohio State is not a bad spot for him. I mean, there's no question about it. Ohio State is not quite, wide receiver like that USC is, but they do have they have a myriad of wide receivers that come into the National Football League who do well. He'll have those weapons. Ryan Day is a good play caller. So despite that last drive against Georgia where he should have won the national championship, but I digress. So as far as that goes, I definitely would say Will Howard is making probably a good decision to go somewhere where he's clear cut. He's a clear cut guy, and they also have weapons around them too. And their goal is to beat Michigan. So we'll see what happens as far as that goes. Dorian Singer. Dorian Singer is going to be going to the portal. He is not going to hang around at USC, and it just kind of this is a situation where it surprises me a little bit because in my head, I'm just saying to myself, man, like, why wouldn't you just they need a veteran receiver. Like, I understand, like, those guys, the USC is always USC, looking around, always gonna have a bunch of different wide receiver combinations, but like, why wouldn't you just ride out and be the veteran? I really think he could have been a nice veteran um leader, kind of take that Taj Washington role, all that stuff like that. Like, I mean, that would have been really a good spot for him, I thought, at SC, but he didn't think so, and he wants to just be, maybe more targets, maybe more of a defined role instead of rotating. I mean, rotating wide receivers that Lincoln Riley has all the time. I think that's something that that he probably thought about in his head. I think maybe the Holiday Bowl kind of showed up, like, hey, wow, like look at Mekhi Lemon, look at Jacoby Lane, look at all these young receivers. I mean, it wasn't like any receivers besides Taj Washington. Everybody else who caught passes were going to be guys who were going to be here for a while, and they have like 3 years of eligibility left. So for him, understand it, I guess, but they do need a veteran presence. They still do need a wide receiver. So I would say, for SC, they still have to go out there and get some wide receiver at depth because they don't have very much of it. I would say looking at one thing I'll look at real quick. I just want to show if I can find it real quick. If I can't, it's okay. But they are ranked fifth now. Yeah, I found it right here. So they're ranked fifth in the transfer portal right now. Ole Miss is killing it. Lane Kiffin's doing a fantastic job at Ole Miss. So they're first, Colorado second, Louisville, who the Trojans just beat in the bowl game, Holiday Bowl out here in San Diego. And then you have TCU, and then you also have USC fifth with 9 commitments, and those guys, and then like of those 9 commitments, 4 of them are 4 stars. They don't have any 5 stars, and they have some 3 stars as well. But I would say this about the star thing. Like, I know people like want to run on the 4-star, 5-star thing. Like, relax with it just a little bit, because like, if you look at the roster of Washington, look at the roster of Michigan, if you get a solid team that plays together, and then you have solid quarterback play, that's it. I mean, that's gonna be your thing here as far as how you build a championship football team going forward. Jaden Richardson is transferring from Tufts Division III to USC. So that right there would be something where I would say, look at that. And again, they get another body in there. He won all the awards you could possibly win at that level. He is from California, from the Bay Area, so makes sense. He wants to come home. The first thing you look at when somebody's about to transfer, you look at, hey, where's he from? Because a lot of times they might have like a little home field advantage. So I look for him to, USC lower level program. Obviously it's Division III. We'll see what he can do. Obviously big body, kind of have the same build of a Brendan Rice. So we'll see. I'm interested to see how fast he is, because I know as far as his catch radius and him being a big body receiver, those things definitely kind of are true as far as that goes. So talked about all those different things here. The four teams in the schedule. I think the last thing I want to talk about too is in this little news version of the Student Body Right USC podcast is next year. I think the dates are already set for the college football playoff. I don't have the dates. I hear this. The dates I got. For the dates for the college football playoff. So next year. So obviously USC doesn't make that. When it's 12 teams, we're all gonna go crazy, right? So 12 teams. The first 4 teams are gonna get buys. So the first 4 teams are gonna get buys. So if they had the top 12 teams this year, then everybody we watched in the college football playoff this year would not be playing until the next round. Some interesting nuggets. It starts December 20th, ends December 20th to January 20th. And then you do have a situation where the first round of the college football playoff with these 12 teams is going to be a home game. It's going to be a home game. So as long as USC finishes, if my math is correct, so you got 4, you got 5 playing 12, you got 6 playing 11, and then you got 7 playing 10, and then you got the 8-9 game, right? So so that's probably how that would work. If USC can get one of those, get to that 5, 6, 7, or 8 spots, and the battle between the 8 and 9 will be interesting to see, because that's a home game for these teams in the first round. I think that if you have the Coliseum in a playoff game, that might be pretty cool. That's one. I was wondering if they would use the bowls to kind of do this, but no, they're going to do that with the they're going to do it with the home games here, as far as the first round of that playoff. So that'd be good. That'd be kind of cool to see. But if they get obviously the highest seed you want to get, the highest seed possible, you avoid playing one of the top 4 teams, but you still get in. And I think the top 12 teams, I think the battle, it'd be interesting to see if one of these Liberties or one of these like Tulanes, one of those other teams kind of sneak in, or do they just go with the 6th best team in the Big Ten or the 6th best team in the SEC? Like, a Big 12 team gets in there. Like, does a team like Utah with Cam Rising get into that like 12 spot, if you will, if they're battling against somebody else from a smaller conference? So cool. Got some good stuff in there for you today. But like I said, Sundays, keep the comments coming, because Sundays we're going to go over all the comments especially about the Miller Moss and the Caleb Williams show that I did one show back. So we'll have all that stuff for you here on the Student Body Right USC podcast. We are trying to make 24 a big year for the show, and let's keep those subscriptions. It's January right now. I'm at 915. Let's get over a G in subs, as far as that goes. Let's see. Let's set a goal by. Let's try to do Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm being ambitious, so let's get that. Get those subs above a G for Valentine's Day. Maybe get one of those Stanley Cups so that they're going crazy. All the women are going crazy for your significant other. All right, so anybody right? USC podcast. Trojan faithful, fight on.
All right, incredibly proud of this football team. As honestly, all the years and wins and all that stuff, this was as fun a win as I can remember as a head coach. Just with all the all the changes, all the back and forth, 6 weeks, 20 plus guys that didn't play in this game for different reasons. We could have come into this game, not caring about it. This team could easily, this team could have gone a lot of different ways with it. And to see us come play as well as we did on all three sides, big plays on all three sides. That's a good football team we just got beat, or that we just beat up on. It's a really good football team, and a team that had a lot more of their guys throughout the season than we certainly did. And so, for us to not use that as an excuse and to use this as something that really motivated us, motivated our team, motivated our coaches, was really, really special. And to see, I thought the team leadership in this game was as strong as it was the entire year, and I thought that was a big reason why the guys played the way we did. And I was especially proud because one of the things I told the coaches, today was I thought it'd be really important for us to get off to a good start, and we did completely the opposite. All right, we went 3 and out. They go down and score. And it's like, all right, where are you at now? And then we went on a great run. And the guys made big plays, and it was just a lot of fun. Honestly, kind of didn't want the game to be over in a lot of ways. And so, really proud of this group, proud of the leadership. This is significant for the guys that have been here in the beginning of this journey, and there's been a lot of great moments in the first 2 years. Now, they're going to get a lot better, and it's going to get a lot more fun as we go, but it had to start somewhere, and a lot of the guys in the locker room were a part of that. And a special thanks to the guys that stayed around because it was important to them, because the team was important to them, because USC was important to them. A special thanks to the coaches that did that. It was not an easy situation, especially for some of the coaches on our staff. And our coaches, especially our defensive guys, did a hell of a job tonight. They got our guys ready to play. A lot of really good coaches, a lot of really good people on the staff, where they could have turned and tried to go on to the next thing, and they stayed because it was important. And that's, honestly, a bunch of guys in the locker room and the coaching staff that felt that way, and that's the reason why we won the game. If we wouldn't have had that, we would already be on the bus ride home, and it'd be somebody else another coach sitting up here at this podium right now. So very appreciative of all those guys. Great win. Great way to end the season.
How impressed were you with Miller's performance tonight? And do you feel like he kind of, staked his claim to that?
He was awesome. Job? He was awesome. I'm not a bit surprised with how he played. He just did what he's been doing in practice, really, for a while, but especially coming the second half of this year. In every practice, and the guy was just getting better and better. So I knew he would be very confident coming in, and it was great to see him respond. Kind of same thing. We go 3 and out there on the first drive, and to see him respond and make some of the throws that he made. He was really dialed into the game plan. He trusted his guys. He got the ball out on time. It was just a tremendous quarterback performance, and obviously a lot of guys around him played very well and made plays, but he certainly led the charge.
Just a quick reminder, guys, wait to ask your questions so we can get a mic to you. This is being live streamed. We want to hear the question. Back to you.
Coach, what's your thoughts on the receivers today, the way that they were attacking the ball and making the plays for your quarterback tonight?
They were great. Guys made a lot of competitive plays. It was fun to see a combination of young guys, step up and make some big-time plays. Obviously, there were several of those, and see some of our kind of older veteran guys, Taj, Kyron, some of those guys step up. It was huge to see Tabo step in. For Lake after Lake got injured was awesome. There was just a lot of playmakers on both sides. Guys had chances to make plays on both sides and really stepped up.
Coach Riley, congratulations. Eric Lampkin, second Culver City Observer. Throughout the night, the defense swarmed to the ball and arrived with bad intentions. What excites you about the effort the players gave and their ability to play with discipline?
Yeah, I give our guys a lot of credit. Like I said, give our coaches here a lot of credit over the last 6 weeks. Our defensive players, guys stepped up. We had guys in different positions. Jalen Smith played a position or not. He's never played before. Max has always played a million different positions, so that wasn't much new to him. But yeah, to see Prophet step up, to see some of our young defensive players step up, some guys that hadn't played very many snaps for us all year. We had to, a week ago, we had to basically completely change the defensive game plan because of the players that were available and a few guys that decided not to be here. And our guys didn't flinch. Our coaches didn't flinch. These guys didn't flinch. The leaders didn't flinch. We wasn't ideal, we changed it, and the guys flew around, played hard, played very physical, and yeah, super proud of them, especially the turnovers. Like the first turnover was what got us going, and then like defensively we got us going with the first one, and we shut the door at the end with the last one.
Coach, hang on a second, right there.
Kingsbury, touchdowns and targets. Lincoln, with the way Miller performed, has he solidified his status as a starter next season, and will you still pursue a high-profile transfer quarterback?
I can't believe we got to the fourth question. He did a great job. I mean, that's he should have scared off anybody that would want to come here anyway. So he was awesome. I mean, it's a performance game, and I've said previously, and our local guys know this. It's really important to me. The longer I coach and going through this, and I don't know it all, but having people that this program is incredibly important to them. That's the key. And I think in this day and age, with all the movement, when you have guys like that, it's even more of an advantage than maybe it was 5 or 10 years ago, because it's becoming a little bit harder to find. Miller's had a passion for this university and program for a long time. We've seen that in his ability to hang in there, to continue to get better. Part of, I think, the reason he played well tonight is the consistency that he's brought. You know, he could have bolted off at different times. He's stayed here, he's gotten better, and that's why a night like tonight happened. And he's obviously a tremendous leader for our program. Was a great leader for us tonight. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for him, because he's going to get better and better.
Coach, earlier in the week you talked about Louisville's defense and how good it was, specifically the red zone defense. Can you kind of put into context what your offense was able to do tonight? I mean, they gave up 16 passing touchdowns on the season here. That's it tonight.
We played well. I mean, that's a good defense. You know, they weren't like a few of the other sides of the ball. You know, where they weren't decimated by, or say decimated. They weren't affected by a lot of guys holding down or different guys. I mean, that was pretty much the same unit that we saw here. And yeah, for our guys to make some of those plays, it was great. Some of the competitive plays, but again, it just the entire vibe of the sideline felt different. The guys, you tell the guys really playing for one another. Just across the board, you just felt it. You felt that the defense wanted to make plays for the offense. The offense wanted to make plays for the defense. If one of us didn't make a play, or we didn't score, or we didn't stop them, it was just all right, the other side's got to go hold up there into the bargain. And we just did that all night. And there's a lot of credit to these guys.
Did you sense it was different tonight compared to during the regular season?
At times, yes. Yes, I think these guys would probably agree with that. I mean, like I said, I think the player leadership in this game was in the last 6 weeks was really strong, and the team reflected that in their performance tonight.
In the back, right there.
Hi, I'm Madison Hogue from Annenberg Media. Miller, my question's for you. Like Coach said, the leadership was very high in this game in particular. So how did you step into that leadership position and get yourself ready for this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think, from a leadership standpoint, like, we had a really strong senior group and a really strong group that wanted to come back and play this game, and I think that was really led by them. They set the example, and it was easy for me to fall in behind them. We've got guys up here, Todd, obviously himself a little younger, but guys like Solomon Bird and Justin Dietz who came back with an intent to win this game, so it was easy to kind of follow their lead in that sense.
Hey, you guys, let's go with one more for the coach, and then we're going to go to the players. Okay? The players are here. Okay, go ahead. We're the coach.
Coach, can you speak to why you chose the 4 captains you did, and how important those guys were, not only for the last 6 weeks, but how important they've been setting the tone for next season as well?
Yeah, I just felt like it was, we've kind of had this mantra that it's new team in one game. And I felt like, all right, if we're going to have a new team, we probably need some new captains. It just felt like it was not anything against the guys that weren't, because a lot of those guys that played with us tonight were certainly still big factors in terms of leadership, as Miller attested to. But there was a lot of reasons. I mean, Taj, I kind of told the team when we announced it, Taj, guy there's going to be an NFL draft pick here in a couple of months. He could have had a great case for not playing this game. But there's anybody that knows Taj knew there was a 0% chance that he was going to sit out of this game, and that's why he's going to be a great pro. And so I thought a great example there. Chris Thompson, is getting ready to make another move in terms of a better opportunity on the field. He's been up front with us about the whole time. He was a great team first guy this whole year. Once again, could have left. and said, no way am I leaving my guys. Another great example. Bryson Shaw's been, I think, one of just our toughest, most consistent competitors, like one of the guys that you just know every day he's going to be there, and every day he's going to fight and give you everything he has. And then obviously, Miller represented the younger group, some of the guys that are getting some of those first big-time opportunities, that have fought their tail off behind the scenes, that have a lot of respect within our locker room. And I think our team was really energized to see not just Miller, but a lot of these other guys get this opportunity tonight. So just thought they all kind of represented something different. And again, those 4 guys deserve a lot of credit, but there's a ton of other guys, Max, Dedich, all these different guys that were a part of leading this group, and they really came together.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Next
Okay,
question.
right in the back, for the players. Okay, go ahead.
Alvaro, LAFB Network. My question is for Jalen Smith. So my question is, you guys are playing today like you guys had your hair on fire. 33 hats to the ball, everybody's running to the ball. How do you guys take this game now and carry it over into spring ball and bring it into the next season?
Bring the mic to you.
How we carry it on is just saying hard work and consistency. Carry on everything, looking at the film of how this game went, the preparation that led up to it, and ultimately, man, just taking account of it and going with a chip on our shoulder for 2024.
Hey, Miller, you talked about, first off, great game, 6 touchdowns, the 1 interception we had podium. That became a 14-point swing from you almost getting touchdowns to them scoring. You went out after that next possession. Can you talk about what you told your offense to mentally prepare to get back out there and score the next touchdown?
Yeah, 100% my fault on that swing, turning the ball over in the red zone is not winning football, but I also had the mindset that I'm not going to allow my mistakes to be we don't win this game. So just told them that's 100% on me. As long as we do our job, we'll be all good. I think we respond positively, but again, that's not winning football. You can't turn the ball over in the red zone, so definitely got to be better.
Very good.
Yeah, Dean Straka with CBS Sports. Miller, afterwards you and Caleb shared a moment. Can you kind of share what was said during that exchange between you guys?
Yeah, I feel like people are always trying to pit quarterbacks against each other, especially in the same room in college these days. But we've had a really, really positive experience working together. I'll always appreciate Caleb for what he did, not only for me but for his program. He was a great leader for us, and obviously a tremendous player. And we'll always be really, really great friends. I think that was just kind of true.
Hi, Jonathan Martin, USC Annenberg Media. Question for you, Miller. Are you aware of the nickname that's already circulating around campus? It's Miller time.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
How do you feel about that?
It's cool. We can get a little more creative, but it's cool.
Right. Dwayne Douglas, student body right, USC podcast. For Taj, question is, what are your favorite moments as you kind of leave USC now, as far as games, maybe plays with, maybe something in practice, whatever. And also, do you have a special meal you're cooking tonight?
I didn't cook it. I think I'll finish back on that. It's hard to say, man. I've been here, 3 years and treated every day, the same. So it's kind of hard to pick out a memory. But just these last 6 weeks have been very memorable. Man, this team has been through so much adversity lately, and how we just came together like this. It made a huge difference. You could see it tonight how everybody showcased, their brotherhood that we talked about. And just this has been what's on the top of my mind right now.
3 more questions, guys. Right here first.
Hey Miller, with transferring so common nowadays, can you talk about how you staying and developing the last 3 years has helped you?
Yeah, obviously a difficult first year for me in college. A lot of ups and downs of adversity in that situation, but I think it's just more a testament to the guys in that locker room, to the leadership and our coaching staff that made me want to stay. I love those guys. I'll ride for those guys. And I think Coach Riley's done a really, really great job in quarterback development, obviously with the guys that he's had. And I trusted him and I trust his process. So love being around those guys and getting to do so.
Dodger hat in the Padre clubhouse, but that's okay.
You got it. Ryan and BritishSports.com. Done a great job this week reflecting the spotlight from yourself and not making this game about you, but then you went out and made yourself the story of the game. Given your path to this point, winning the rest of this. You can put in perspective just how special this was, and were there any moments that really hit you along the way tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good, positive moment. I still think more so for the team than for me personally. You know, like these 6 weeks weren't about any since we feel they weren't about any individual. They're about us and people that wanted to be here, and wanted to play this game, and wanted to come together. And then obviously, like I did some good things. There were some things I could do better. Definitely, like, I'm sure I'll watch the film and there'll be a ton of stuff that I need to clean up. So personally, like it's a good step in the right direction. Definitely a lot to improve on, a lot more to accomplish.
Max, Eric Lang is the second Culver City Observer. This season, the defense has been much maligned and berated by the media. As you reflect on your time here at USC, can you describe to me what you'll remember most?
I mean, it's a lot of moments I can remember, you know. Like Miller just said, the last 6 weeks, I mean, we got close together no matter what happened, you know, coaches leaving, you know, players leaving. We all came close together, and I think, you know, this being my only bowl win, you know, championship win, in my 5 years here is definitely the most memorable. And special credit to my teammates, you know, the coaches for putting us in the right position. Go out there, make plays like Coach Odom, you know, coach teammates, taking care of the secondary. You know, it could have been easy for them guys to like just leave, and they didn't. You know, they was on us every single day. Guys got better in the room. You know, Jalen got better. You know, Tone with the punch out at the end of the game, he got better these 6 weeks. So guys wanted to come out here and play. You know, with, no matter what, and we wanted to win. So I feel like we showed that tonight with the energy we had, and yeah, it was a great day today.
Ladies and gentlemen, these 4 are done, but surprise, 4 more are coming. So hold up, you guys.
You guys are good. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
I keep getting the hard
Hi, everybody. I'm usually not on the mic. All right, so we have Bryson Shaw, Kyron Hudson, Justin Nedich, and Jameel Muhammad.
All right, here we go.
Justin, obviously you've been around Miller quite a bit these last couple of years, but what did he prove tonight to you, to this team, and to this performance?
Yeah, it's a cliche saying, but you know, trust the process, sticking through it. So when you get your opportunity, you got to shine. And Miller's the definition of that. You know, he's seen it. He's been ready to play for quite a while now. And then he finally got his opportunity, man, and he showed the world that he's ready to take it. So super excited for him. He led the offense very well. And man, I'm just very proud.
For Justin and Bryson, we've heard so much about these last 6 weeks. You guys are older guys, could have opted out of this game. What was so significant for you guys about the last 6 weeks, and just what does it say about the leadership of the team finishing 1-5? A lot of teams maybe could have mailed it in, and you guys didn't do it. What were these last 6 weeks like for you guys?
I mean, I know I can speak for Justin myself, like just knowing Justin, there was no way we were opting out of this game. I mean, this game means too much to this program for us to do that. Going 1-5, that's not us. We wanted to finish this thing on a great note. I mean, we're competitors at the end of the day. There was nothing taking us out of this game.
Kyron, kind of walk through that sequence, block the punt, and then a few plays later, the game rewarded with a touchdown pass.
Like Justin said, and what he said earlier, I mean, just trusting the process. All week, to be honest, that whole week, I was getting blocked on that play. So just like Justin said, when your moment comes, be ready for it. And so next thing you know, I was wide open, just went in and put my hand up. So, and then just being able to have the opportunity to go out there, capitalize, that really changed the momentum, which I was definitely excited about.
Jamil, what did you feel like, you guys did differently in terms of defensive execution and just overall effort this game? And, looking into next year, you guys talked about wanting to revitalize the defense. I mean, what do you hope this game sets in terms of kind of the standard for how you want to approach spring going into the next year?
Yeah, like you said, this is a good standard for, spring and, or the winter and the spring going into next year. I think what we did was really just hone in on the little things. Like I said in the interview last week, it's just all about doing that. And like Kyron said, trusting in the process. Just trusting in the guy next to you and playing for the guy next to you. So we came out on the good end of it tonight.
This is questions kind of for everybody, but with the way Miller played, like, do you feel like he won the starting job for next year? And with Jalen, do you feel like he's kind of the next up? In the way Kalen was a leader for the defense?
What Miller did out there is something that is going to help us in the future. And so, personally, yes, he did. I'm super excited for Miller. He waited his time, and he's ready for it. And he's the guy that we need.
Took me over the other times. Bryson, you guys you were pretty thin in the secondary. You guys played a lot of snaps. How did the coaching staff kind of prepare you guys to get ready for kind of maybe a new game plan based on the personnel you guys were able to tackle?
Yeah, I mean, the defensive coaches did a great job. I mean, Taylor May stepped up when Dante went out. He killed it right from the start. He's a legend, so he's got that respect right off the bat. But I mean, the way he coaches hard. He coaches with passion that he has. I mean, you guys all know the teammates. We were all so excited to play for him. And then Greg Brown, he brought his enthusiasm to the group too. I mean, we were all just having fun. Practices were the most fun. As myself, I don't know about these guys, but practicing these last month, I mean, this has been the most fun, like, for me personally, playing football my whole life. I mean, this last month, I mean, we talked about this team that just played. Like, I would take this team over everybody. Like, I love this team. I mean, this last month has been something special. I mean, you guys just got to saw it there, but we were confident in this. We knew this was going to happen, just based off the belief in each other.
Two more after this, and we'll wrap it up. Go ahead.
Jalil, Eric Mantis, second Culver City Observer.
Thank you.
The last chapter of USC football for the Pac-12 is officially closed. As you guys get ready to transition to the Big Ten, what message do you have for your future opponents?
That we're going to play a great brand of football and come prepared. We're going to come ready to do what we have to do anything we have to do to win the game, because it takes what it takes. So.
You guys weren't surprised by how Miller played tonight, but there were a lot of people around the country who probably, were a little surprised, maybe didn't know a whole lot about Miller. But why were you guys not surprised? I'll ask all you guys, maybe starting over here with you, Bryson, about why you guys weren't surprised that he had the game that he did.
The thing I noticed about Miller right from when I got here is his composure, like how confident he is in himself. And he's a leader. He's like a natural leader. I mean, the guys really gravitate to him, and he wasn't nervous at all. Talking to him, he's a cool, calm, collected guy. I mean, he's a killer, man. He's got ice cold veins, and he showed that tonight. So just from right away, I knew what kind of guy he was, because he's professional guy.
Al Farrell, Los Angeles Football Network. This question is more for Kyron and Jamil. So you guys are probably the luckiest football team in America right now, because you basically played a spring game because there's a bunch of guys who didn't get reps, and they got reps tonight against the number 16 team in the nation. So how do you guys take that momentum from this game, where you got to play a live spring game, and carry it to winter weights, which you probably start lifting in 2 weeks, and then taking the spring ball and bring that culture that you guys had tonight on the field and bring it to with your incoming freshmen that you guys will get this summer?
That's just going back to preparation and being ready for the opportunity. All year, some of these players that are out there, for instance, like Jacoby, a young receiver, didn't have that many opportunities this year, but when his opportunity came, he capitalized with two touchdowns. Today was his first, capitalized with another one. And then just having this is like a foreshadow for next season. This is like giving everybody, our fans, everybody, especially people that doubt us, a foreshadow for what's going to come. And so, I can speak for Jamil, I can speak for everybody in here. It's going to change, and we're super excited.
On that note, thanks, gents. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.